I prepared 20 questions. You ladies have the right to skip a question if it does not apply to your channel. So I think everyone knows the name of your channel is Brit Girls Go Stateside. I'm sorry. Would you be okay to send a logo of your channel so I will upload it in my blog?
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Okay, thank you. What is your upload schedule?
We do 2 edited uploads a week, one on Tuesday and one on Friday at 7 a.m. our time, which is probably, I have to work out what that would be for you. And we also do a live interview every Sunday at 10 a.m. our time.
Right, 10 a.m., which is very, very early for me.
Yeah.
You like schedule your videos or you guys upload them at the exact time?
I upload them before so I can work on them, but keep them private. Occasionally I schedule them, but normally I'm a bit of a control freak, so I really like to press that button myself. I don't trust myself to have got it right beforehand, you know, a few days or a day beforehand. So I like to be there pressing the button ideally.
I like that. I like that. So you ladies have like separate jobs for the channel, like who does this thumbnail, who does this, who does that.
Yeah, we have it down like a well-oiled machine now, don't we, Mum?
Yeah, yeah.
So Mum does most of the planning. I do a little bit of planning if there's something I particularly want to do a video about, but Mum does most of the planning and organising of what the videos are going to be. I do like the camera setup, so I set up the shots and the sound and the lighting and all of that before we get going and make sure the recording's going smoothly. We're both in the videos, as you know.
Can't let her take over completely.
Yeah, I actually missed the challenge videos.
Yeah, we kind of run out of challenge ideas a bit, didn't we? You know,
Yeah,
we've
and
done
people
all
made
the obvious
suggestions, but they
ones.
were so cringy. Some of people's suggestions, which is lovely that they made suggestions, but we just, there were some that we couldn't do.
I think there was an ulterior motive behind some of them, which we didn't realise, and we fell into that trap. But and some of them, Jessi, were like horrible eating ones. You know, eating really hot, spicy food,
Yeah.
and Lucy
Oh,
is
Lucy, I remember
no
that.
good.
Don't make my day. Your videos make my day.
We had to take a break, didn't we? Because my stomach couldn't hack it anymore.
No.
Maybe when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we could do some kind of challenge.
Oh,
A lot of people
yes.
have said they miss them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will promote your channel, ladies. I will promote them. So
Oh. Oh, you're so nice.
Well, do you want us to finish off what we each do? Because obviously Lucy got up to the camera work and she does the editing.
Oh, all the editing?
Yeah, I do all the editing, and then Mum does all the like thumbnails, descriptions, titles. What else do you do, Mum? Other
Well,
stuff.
sometimes I supply photographs and
Yeah,
music to Lucy so she can edit, because she's a real perfectionist, like I'm sure you are, Jessi, and it has to be just so. So she's ages editing. So I'm sending her all this stuff, and then she's editing because, you know, it has to be just right. And then I'm waiting because it's getting very close to the where I need to actually release that video.
I love the music you pick. I love the music. Like, I am a fan of instrumental or non-lyrical music, so I'm like, the ladies knows how to choose the music. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, most of it is just YouTube Studio, isn't it?
Yeah, audio library. We'll have to get it. Yeah, I know. And we're running out now. We really are. And we need to subscribe to some sort of epidemic music or one of those, or whatever you suggest we should subscribe to.
So I can send over some music because I've been collabing with indie music composers. So they're like willing for you to use their music as long as you give them credit. So it's like my way to
Oh.
support them, and in return, they will let us use their music. No problem.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. We'd love to support them. And then if we get some new music too, that's even better. So yeah, definitely.
What is your channel about?
Okay, well, our channel is basically British and American culture, because obviously we're Brits and we're now living in America. So that is broadly our theme. Do you want to go further with that?
Yeah, anything within that really. Like we do food, like we mentioned. We do sport, we do language, anything that can kind of fit into the British and American theme, and sometimes other countries as well, travel more broadly. And we do that in any way that we think will be fun. So like you said, challenges, we also do interviews, we also do like talks, presentations. What else do we do?
Yeah, we sometimes look at a subject, like a historical subject, for example, we were into the Netflix series Bridgerton, which is very Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. So we did some videos relating to the Regency era in England. But, we've also just done something about what is a chip butty, so I mean, it isn't all very high end stuff, it can be anything really.
Yeah.
Actually, one of our most popular videos is about dating, the differences in dating American and British men. Yeah,
people love that.
Yeah, you ladies have the best ideas for videos.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. Well, a lot of it is down to you guys and everyone who watches giving us some great ideas. I know you've given us a challenge before, and people doing things like that, which keeps us going, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And we love doing your challenge, where you challenged a drawing challenge, which is really not our forte at all. And we drew your chibi. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was really good fun.
My mom actually, I showed it to her because you really made me happy that time when I saw the drawing video. So I was so excited. I watched it 3 times, and then I showed my mom. It's like, Mom, the Brit Girls drew me. And she's like, oh, really? And she was like, whoa. Oh, and then she like, are they sisters? It's like, no, mother and sister. Oh, she's like, oh.
Oh, how fun.
Have you ladies decided to like review a book before?
You take this one, Lucy.
It's so funny you should say that. We've just done a book. It's kind of a review, isn't it? It's the story behind a book. A friend of ours, a British friend named Peter, when his father died, they discovered some love letters between Peter's father and Peter's mother from World War II. And these were edited and put into a book, and then they were also read aloud by Benedict Cumberbatch and Louise Brealey, who are very, very huge actors in the UK, like the biggest names at these theatrical events all around the UK, and I think in New York as well. It was made into a radio play, and there's also been music made about this. So we interviewed him about the story, and we were also allowed, we got permission to use clips of Benedict and Louise reading these letters in our video. So that was so exciting. And that one literally just came out last week. So it's so funny you should ask that. But
I feel guilty. I haven't watched recently.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. No, that's fine. We know how busy you are. We just love it when you come by when you can. But yeah, that was one of my favorites. So if you're only going to watch one video of ours, I would say watch that one.
Actually, I want to watch it from where I stopped, and then I don't want to miss a video, because sometimes you mention something from previous videos. I want to like be able to relate to that, so I always watch from where I stopped.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
I want to be able to give long comments, so when I watch, I don't give comments until I sit down and really write a long comment.
I
Sound
love
like
your
this.
comments. Oh my goodness, it is like reading a book, and they're so funny. And it's always a joy when you
Yeah.
see oh, it's Gamer Girl Jessi, and she's got all these lovely comments, and oh my goodness, it just cracks me up.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, when did you start your channel?
It was it March?
March.
March 2020. Yes, so we've been doing it just over a year, and we are about 8 away currently, unless we lose some more, from getting 1,000 subscribers.
What? What? I was
Believe it.
usually never late with you now. I always check your channel. I was like, I know if you guys you reach this and that, but now what? I missed
We never
it.
thought we'd reach 50, let alone getting towards 1,000. So I mean, this is this is so exciting.
It's really just March 2020.
Yeah.
Wow, no way. That's like the date I met you guys.
Yeah, we hadn't long started, I don't think, when you met us.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, because I'll always remember you were like, can you tell me what your channel's about? Like we met on Facebook, didn't we? And you asked to see one of our videos, and I sent you that foot golf one where we were like playing football inside.
In stiletto heels.
I was curious. And I didn't know you just started because you ladies already have pretty good videos.
Oh, I'm so glad that we like connected because it's so easy to like miss people. So yeah, we just like making friends, don't we?
Oh yes.
Yeah, thank you for being my friend.
Oh,
Well, thank you, and that's the lovely thing about this, is meeting people that you wouldn't normally meet, and it's been absolutely wonderful.
What made you start your channel, or did anyone else inspire you, or you just thought about it randomly, like, whoa, I gotta start a channel?
well, I mean, for me, I'm an actor, and I wanted to be able to do something creative all the time, like, because when you're an actor, there's so much waiting to like get a job or for the right audition to come up or like the phone to ring, and I wanted to be able to do something, you know, whenever I wanted. And I didn't want to do it on my own though. Like, the great thing about acting so often is the collaboration. And so I wanted to do it with someone, but I wanted to do it with someone reliable. And honestly, Mum is the most dependable person. Like, she's there 24 hours a day, ready to like do whatever you need. Honestly, like, we're just like best friends, really, aren't we? I mean,
Yeah, we actually get on. I know it sounds really corny, but we do get on really well. You know, we've got the same sort of work ethic, and are always on the same place with most things. Actually, we don't really argue about anything to do with the channel, really, do we? We seem to sort of. I mean, I would be horrified working with somebody who was, you know, a little bit sloppy or lazy, or, you know, and or had some weird ideas that I didn't agree with. So yeah, it's been a really good combination. And for me, being a mom, it's so lovely to work with my daughter. Yeah, I mean, what could be better?
Who is or are your favorite YouTubers? Like, could be
Gamer Girl Jessi.
Obviously, Gamer Girl Jessi.
What? No, really. Like, really?
Yeah,
honestly,
really.
like, we don't watch many like quote unquote big YouTubers, really, do we? Unless they're kind of in our niche and we're looking for like inspiration or ideas or something. We love watching our friends. And honestly, like Mum said, we've made so many friends, so we're always watching YouTube.
Yes.
Way too many people to mention. But it's interesting, there's no like genre now that we don't watch and don't enjoy. Like, you know us, Jessi, we don't play games, but we love watching you gamers.
Yeah.
We love it. It's so fun, and you will do the best commentaries, and it's just brilliant. So yeah, that's kind of who we watch. Anything to add to that, Mum?
Well, there's a lot of cooking channels that we watch, but we don't particularly like cooking, but it's just sort of evolved that way. But they're all really fun and, fun to watch. But yeah, there's a whole range of things. And before we started YouTube, we really didn't watch hardly any YouTube, apart from, big things on YouTube, no. And when we started, we purposefully didn't watch a lot so that we would do our own thing. I guess we got a bit of inspiration about all these challenges from watching some of these things, but then we wanted to do it in our own way, so we didn't really overwatch it. We took an idea and kind of like to twist it a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
I haven't met anyone who haven't watched famous YouTubers before, which is wow, it's unique.
I know people are often like, what do you think of this huge YouTuber or that huge YouTuber? And I know a few names now, but honestly, I don't know what any of these people do.
I'm too shy to show my face.
Oh,
but why? I don't know why. And your voice, Jessi, is absolutely the best voice. It's such a good, oh my goodness, I could listen to your voice all the time. Yeah,
I know. I remember when I told Mum about you, Jessi, I was like, I found this new channel. She has the best voice.
So I went, oh my goodness, she's got the best voice. I'm just going to watch more and listen to her.
Oh my God. Actually, my original idea of my channel is voice acting. I wanted to do voice acting. But then, the specific is Japanese voice acting, which I haven't fully mastered yet, but I really wanted voice acting.
I think your impressions are some of the best bits when you do them on your channel. It's so fun. And sometimes I must admit I have to go and find out who the people you are. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I see what you're doing.
Maybe I should challenge you ladies to do some voice impressions.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Well, from our Australian accent challenge that we are not very good at
Oh
this.
my goodness. And then we've done American country music in that accent too. Oh my goodness, we've offended so many people.
Maybe we should do another accent video, but honestly, the last one we did got... we should, because the last one we did was it's our most popular, apart from one of our shorts, it's our most popular video. So maybe we should do another one.
Yeah, we did the Norfolk accent challenge, which is the area of England we're from. And that is our most popular video, long video, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we should. Some of the comments were not as kind as others.
I'm so happy. I haven't watched the Norfolk one, but the rest of the challenges, I am. See, this is what I'm talking about. I am relating to the previous videos you're referencing. This is a true fan. This is what a true fan is about. In the scale of 1 to 10, how proud are you of your channel? All in all, the logo, channel art.
I'm very proud of the quality of our videos. I think honestly every video we put out is the best that we can possibly make it. And sometimes we look back on our earlier videos and we think, oh, that wasn't very good, but then that just shows how much I think we've progressed in every sense. I do think we need to sit down at some point and revamp our channel art, because we haven't done anything with it since we started.
That is our big weak point. Our channel art. We've revamped our intro. That's really needed doing, and using the chibis that you did for us, Jessi, in our little intro. So we've revamped that, but we definitely need to revamp our cover and profile and everything. It's just getting the time, but we do need to do that.
I love the cover art because it's everything. It's shouting, "We're the Brit Girls."
Yeah, it is very us. And I think the only reason we really want to change it is because we noticed our thumbnails weren't getting a particularly high click-through rate. So we watched a video that one of our friends did who does YouTube advice and tips and tricks and stuff. And he suggested that green and blue got the highest click-through rate if you use them on your thumbnail. So we switched pink to blue, and we have, I don't know if it's coincidence, but we have noticed a huge increase in click-through rate, the number of
Yes.
people who click. So we just want to get it all matching, because now it goes with our old thumbnails and we need it
Which
to
is
go with our
pink,
new.
yeah. I think the blue is more inclusive. You know, the pink was very girly, which is us. But I think also we've improved in actually doing our thumbnails too. But the color, as Lucy said, was a big stepping point forward. Yeah.
Mm.
My favorite color is blue, so I'm probably one of the people who would click on that.
Yeah, it's a very yeah, like Mum says, it's I think most people like blue. You know, it's not particularly, you know, one gender or the other. It's not particularly an age group. It's very like everyone likes blue. Blue's great.
Yeah.
Oh, behind the scenes. We have done a few, especially in the early days, we did some behind the scenes stuff, didn't we? We did a video about us trying our green screen for the first time, and we did some unboxings when we got new equipment.
Yes.
In general, they didn't get so many views. People didn't seem to like those so much, so we kind of stopped doing them. But we're kind of open-minded to it. We occasionally do videos where we read out like people's mean comments, because yeah. We think it's important to kind of highlight, you know, all the stuff that's in the video about you know, trying to raise awareness of these things, because it's important. So occasionally we'll do like a raising awareness of a subject. Like we also did Earth Day, and we've done another charity video and stuff like that. But we did them more in the early days, I'd say. Is that fair, Mum?
Yeah, that's fair. Yes, yes. We were thinking we should do another behind the scenes now. We were talking about that the other day, weren't we? Just to, you know, so people could see us setting stuff up, and, you know, well, for the whole process really, you know, researching stuff to editing, you know, and the finished product. So that might be quite interesting. But we're just a bit worried that, you know, when we're filming and the place looks an absolute mess because there's stuff everywhere, the dog's jumping up, and it's going to be a bit chaotic.
I'm surprised the dog isn't here, speaking of.
Yes, where is she?
Yeah.
I know. She usually wants to see what's going on when I'm on Zoom, but I don't know where she is. Expect her to spring out.
Yeah, like one of the reasons I don't do live is I have a messy background, as you can see. Very messy here. And it's also
It's
very
hard.
It is hard because my husband was on a meeting earlier and I was in the bedroom, but that looked really weird and it was dark. And so I thought, no, this is too weird. I'll come out and go back into the dining room. But it's now I'm trying to avoid the sun.
Yeah.
So I'm getting further and further. I shall just have my shoulder on the screen in a moment. I can turn it round.
I do think at some point though we should do like a behind the scenes, because like you're saying, I don't think a lot of people realize what goes into making these videos. Like some people are so quick to judge and be like, oh, you did that wrong, you did that wrong, you did that wrong, and all of this, and like sometimes that's fair, but there's so much that goes into making a video from start to finish, and so much that's going on that people don't see. So it might be really interesting for people, I think, to just see what happens when the camera's off.
I guess who does the most of them? Maybe because Lucy's editing.
Wow.
Actually, I love the editing. They've improved so much. There's so many extra animated segments, and it's like, wow, she does animated segments and I don't.
Well, honestly, I have so much to like thank you for, Jessi, because in the early days you sent me so much advice on how to improve and what would be fun, and you really like expanded my mind as in like what's possible. So thank you.
Aw, I feel so. #1 fan's gonna explode.
Nice idea. I like that idea. That would actually make us do it, wouldn't it?
It
We were gonna
would.
make a video
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, we could do that. The first time we did it together because we had to kind of help each other. We didn't know what we were doing. And I think with something as important as cover art, we would always make the decisions together, I think. But I love the idea of doing a video about it. How cute.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Write it down, Mum. Put it on the
Yep.
list of videos.
It's on the list. It's on the list. It's in here.
How is the growth of your channel? Are you happy with the pacing, or is it too slow, too fast, or just about right?
Gosh, well, I think there's always, whether you want there to be or not, there's always like a feeling like you want things to move faster. I don't know if I'm just impatient, but like it's always like, oh, it'd be great if we, got this many subscribers or that many views, and all of that. But I think what this has taught me is to just be patient and enjoy the journey, and really appreciate people's lovely comments, appreciate the people who do watch and who do subscribe, and just think of it as a journey, because it doesn't matter if you reach that milestone this month or next month. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't make too much difference. So it's easier said than done, but I think I'm quite happy with the way things have gone, and I think having had some times when progress has been slower has made us appreciate the times when it's been faster too.
Yeah, I agree, because it does go fast and slow at different times. And I think sometimes it's disappointing when you really like a particular video you put out and you really invest a lot in it and it doesn't do so well. And then something else, that you're not so fond of, does really well. And you think, oh my goodness, all those people have seen that one, but they haven't seen our little precious video that we really, really put all our love into.
Actually, you read my mind. That's actually one of the questions in my list.
Oh!
I should cross that one off.
Yep, that one's done, tick. Glad to be of help.
How do you feel about your first set of videos compared to the ones that you're doing now? Do you feel like cringe, or do you improve, or is it still the same?
You can answer this one, Mum, because I know you have strong feelings.
What's cringy about the first few, because what we did initially is, oh my God, they're so embarrassing. The first few, not the challenges so much, the ones where we did little skits, we did little scenes. So we had a topic. So the topic was obviously American and British, it was the theme, but we did like amazing animals. And then we did one about work, and we did some sort of little acting things. And oh my goodness, yeah, I do feel now that it's a bit embarrassing because we have changed so much from then. Do you agree, Lucy?
I agree, and I think the other thing about those particular ones, the sketches, is that we didn't have our nice camera or a nice microphone or a nice lights, so they just look not as good as some of the others, and they're very basic,
Amateur.
I guess. Amateur. If we can use that word. But I don't know, I think they were the best that we could produce at the time, and this is the thing that we were mentioning. We didn't watch any other YouTube channels, so we just kind of made up these crazy things and then quickly changed. They were like 3-parters, weren't they? So we did like the main thing, like the sketches, and then we did like the blooper.
Ooh, I didn't know that, wasn't it?
Oh, I didn't know that, yeah. Then we did like a blooper reel of those, and then we did like a behind the scenes, and I think after 3 videos people were really sick of it.
Including us.
It was just way too much.
Oh, and you have 993 subscribers.
Oh my God, 993. Oh my gosh, it could be any day.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, how crazy. I'm sorry, not that I just trusted you, but I just like to see the numbers go up.
Okay. It's okay. I just saw it when I was looking for the skit. And I was like, whoa. I'm gonna make 7 more accounts, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You're like Jessi 1, Jessi 2, Jessi 3.
Yeah.
So let's go reach that 1,000. Have you ever deleted a video before, or do you feel like deleting one?
Have we ever deleted a video?
I don't think so, have we?
There was a few. Which one have we not put up? There's one that is still sitting there. We didn't release it. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, that was the rap one.
Oh yeah, we decided not to. Actually, don't mention the rap ones, Jessi.
No,
You can delete
let's
that from the
no,
blog.
no.
We decided not to do those anymore.
But that's the only one, isn't it, that we've never, you know, I think we kind of do. It's tempting to delete those first ones, let me tell you. And I might do it just now.
No, not until
Yeah, I'm going to press that button. But no, we haven't. No, I mean, you know, even though sometimes they're a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah, we're not proud, are we?
We're not proud. No, I mean, I think it's good to show, you know, that it's you know, that you're not too polished all the time. And we certainly are not that. I think it's good to show if there's a failure, you know, if there's an epic fail, it's good to show, you know, because I think everyone's a little bit sick of everything being too polished, too perfect, too twee. And, you know, even if we tried, I don't think we could reach those heights. But, you know, I think it makes it more human and people can relate to it a little bit more, actually.
Yeah, also, just to add to that, you know, like you never know when a video is going to take off. Like if people think maybe, oh, I'll delete that video because it's only got however many views, it hasn't done as well as some of my others, I'll just delete it. You know, we've had some from a long time back that have suddenly, you know, started going again for reasons we don't understand. So it's never like game over, to put a gaming reference in. It's never like game over for a video. It can go at any point. I just think, like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, like, it's up to the individual how they manage their own YouTube channel. And maybe if you're like trying to present yourself as like an expert in some kind of area, you're trying to be that, then maybe it's more appropriate to delete your videos. But I think on the whole, people are attracted to the human in other people, you know, like the kind of vulnerable side, the things that aren't quite perfect. And so I don't mind if people see, oh, that video was a bit of a flop, or oh god, they look a bit daft in that one, you know, I don't mind.
Yeah, the worst thing is, you know, when you're having a really bad hair day, or you know, or your outfit doesn't look quite as trendy as you thought it did, and you're like, oh my god, you can't really get past that. But or you've got a smudge of makeup down your face, you know, that the other person did not tell you about. And all you can focus on is that imperfection. So that is tempting, but yeah, we've kind of just thought, okay, let's just go with that.
What is your favorite video from your own channel? What is your own favorite video, and why is it your favorite?
Do you want to go first, Mum? Do you have one comes to mind?
Oh yeah, I mean there's a few. I'm just going to do a generic thing. We've got some really nice videos where we've interviewed my parents and Lucy's grandparents on both sides about their childhood during the war, about their courting, you know, their dating days, and about the early marriage. And then we did an interview with 3 of my school friends who are all over the world now, and there was 4 of us talking about our school days when we were young teenagers. So those are really got a special place in my heart because, you know, it's family and friends sharing memories. So to me, those ones are very special.
So would you be able to send me a link of your top favorite later?
We have a playlist. Could we send you the link to the playlist, because we put them all in like all the like interview ones are together in that one playlist? Is that, or would you prefer an individual video?
Yeah, playlist is okay. But I will only use like 2 of them.
Oh, okay. I'll let Mum choose her favorite one.
Well, yeah, I think maybe we should choose the one that you're now going to choose then, Lucy, because that really shows, I presume this is the one you're going to choose.
Oh, well, it might not be now.
Oh.
What is your favorite, Lucy? One for Lucy, one for Julie, and then one for both. How's that?
Oh, yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my favorite, and we mentioned it earlier, is the My Dear Bessie, the one about the book.
Yeah.
It's so honestly, I think we, in every way, we took our skills to the next level. That's one reason I like it. Secondly, the subject matter is so moving, and Peter gave the most wonderful interview. He's a fantastic guest anyway. He's done another one for our channel too about his charity, and he's just a great guest, very well spoken, and it's very emotional when he talks about his parents' letters at some point too. And then, of course, there's Benedict Cumberbatch and Louise Brealey appearing in our video.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be our number one. If you just want the one video, Jessie, that is the one.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily, it's very different from some of our others. Is there one, like, so like if I choose that one and you choose one with the grandparents, is there like another one that's very like us?
We need a funny one, don't we?
Yeah.
Which...
Hang on, I'm just going to have a look back. I don't remember any of our videos now. What have we been doing this whole time?
God, what have we been doing for a year or so?
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. I mean, the Australian accent was quite funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Well, you like the challenges, don't you, Jessie?
Oh, well, maybe.
Yes.
Have you got a favorite? Have you got a favorite challenge one that we did?
Well, according to the ones I've watched, I haven't watched actually the older ones where I met you. So, How I Met the Brit Girls. Oh. I the one that I love, I can't choose. They're all so funny. The spicy one, spicy noodles one. I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry, Lucy. It's one of the old videos in my suggested feed, where you ladies you define, one of you says the definition, and then the other one will spell the word. I think one example. Yeah, that was.
Oh, the spelling challenge with was that with the whipped cream?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yeah, we were sitting on the edge of my bathtub. That was that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then the rap. Oh, I love the rap one.
A lot of people have said they like that, the Eminem one.
Yes. I love the rap one. And then the other one, the one with the biscuit.
Oh, the biscuit challenge. Yeah, that was fun.
I like that one. Yeah,
that was funny.
Like a sports thing. Yeah.
I think those are my top 4. But maybe if I refresh myself, there's more in the list. There's more in the list.
Which one do you, well, oh gosh, it's so difficult. Perhaps we can come back to it. Okay. Yeah.
We'll have a
We're
collab.
very indecisive, Jessie. It takes a long time for us.
That's the thing. We both are indecisive. Yeah, because we have to weigh everything up. You know, you have to. You know, you can't just decide.
So when do we get anything done?
I know it is really, isn't it?
Oh, don't do it, because my next question also involves another video. Oh!
Look, he's finally arrived.
Oh, finally, you made a cameo.
Hey. Say hello.
Hello, Layla. You know, one of my favorites, although it's not a prank, was when you did the birthday video for Layla.
Oh, that's a lovely one too. I put my heart and soul into editing that. It took me like 2 weeks.
I love it so much. Will you like make a channel for Layla one day?
People have suggested that we do make Layla a channel, and I think one day we probably will. It's just at the minute we just haven't got the mental capacity to think about another channel. You know, there's just so much that goes into it. Ryan made a TikTok for her at one point, but I don't know if he's still doing that. I'm not on TikTok.
What is the most viewed video on your channel, and why do you think so?
Well, the most viewed video is actually one of Layla's shorts. If we're saying just the number of views, it got like 11,000 views in a day. I know, and annoyingly, we are not in it. Neither of us are in it. It's just
Layla
and Ryan, my husband, doing push-ups together.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. It's such a cute video, but it's kind of like, it's said these things and it's so annoying because it's like, we're not in it. We hardly did anything. We just put it out. And it went kind of mini viral. So yeah, that's our most viewed one. Not sure it's that Norfolk accent challenge.
Yeah.
And honestly, people love Norfolk, this county in the UK. And if you put almost anything out Norfolk related, it's bound to get some attention because people just love Norfolk. And we shared that on Facebook, on these like Norfolk Facebook groups. And it got shared like over 100 times, this Norfolk accent challenge, which is why I think it had such a good start.
And now it's been, if you Google Norfolk dialect or Norfolk accent, we actually come up as one of the videos that Google pushes
Yeah, I think we're like
forward.
number 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a wow moment. I discovered it not long ago, and I said to Lucy, oh, "You're never going to believe it. Google Norfolk dialect," and she went, "Oh my goodness, there's our video."
Just do like terrible Norfolk accents. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Someone's walking past. Layla. She's like, and my video.
That is there a video that you were proud to do, but it ended up with less views and attention than you thought?
Do you want to go with this one, Mum, or do you...
Is this the music one that you actually did all the research for? That one didn't get as many
that's a
views.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk about it?
Yeah, well, yeah, because that was your baby, that one, wasn't it?
Oh, I was so like, I don't know. I mean, it's picked up a few views in recent times, but there's this video about song lyrics that kind of talked about Britain and which ones most perfectly described it. And I did a lot of research and came up with all these like little stories about the songs and the artists and why they summed up Britain. And edited it really, like spent a lot of time on editing it and thought it was going to, you know, get a little bit of attention. Like, you never expect these things to go crazy, but, you know, a little attention, and it kind of flopped, didn't it? I mean,
when it came out.
The people who commented on it left lovely comments, really did, but it went very slowly. And I don't know. I think it is just getting the algorithm to work for you. Maybe it's not something people are really searching for, so it got pushed further down. But yeah, that was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, I would say that was that video that we were most surprised about. I'm trying to think of any others.
What about the Halloween one?
Yeah, that's picked up a lot now. I looked at that yesterday.
Oh, it has, to be fair.
Yes.
But it was very slow to start again, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But that one was really slow. We thought, oh, it's really on target. It is Halloween, and this is really going to do well. And we thought it was a fun video, but it really didn't do much at all. But now, like months later, it's just starting to pick up, which is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, people must already be thinking about Halloween, I guess.
Yeah. We're just so rubbish at Instagram, Jessi. We really are. We don't enjoy it very much, and we kind of don't do much with it. And I guess we should do, but if we're going to be completely honest here, we're both completely bad at it, and kind of just throw our video advert out once, you know, each time they come out, and then we just leave it, and we don't do anything.
No.
How about
we do
Twitter?
On Facebook, yeah.
So how do you manage your schedule when you record videos of live or when you live stream? You know, everyone has a job in real life, so.
It's the hardest thing, isn't it? Because we have to fit it around our lives. It's not at the minute our full-time job. We would love it to be one day something that we do, and you know, that's the dream, to be able to do it as our full-time thing, and then maybe we could have some more time to do Instagram and stuff, but at the minute it's something that we work around, and we both have different schedules, and it can be hard sometimes to find time, but we always do, don't we? We always manage sometimes, and I think it helps having that Sunday as like a consistent thing.
Yes, yeah, because we always get together for the live, yeah. The hardest thing is getting the time to film, you know, because as you know, Jessi, it takes a long time often to make a film. It's not always dum and you've done it, you know, and sometimes you have to record 2 or 3 films, videos in the time of the day that you've got together. And because we live about 10, 12 miles apart, I'd say, about half an hour drive or just under. So it's not like we can just pop next door and, you know, just quickly film something. And then there's, you know, Lucy's schedule is different to mine as her work schedule. And there's all sorts of things to fit around that. So that is the hardest thing. Basically, I think what we both do, as soon as we get up in the morning, we work on the channel, you know, go to work, come back from work, work on the channel. And it's like, yeah. And on the days that we have off, we try and get together and film.
Yeah.
So if you ladies like film like more than one video on the same day, it means that you've already plotted out your content like for those films.
Yeah. Mum's pretty good at organizing. You've usually, nowadays we tend to do a lot more scripted stuff, don't we, which you usually write, because people find it easier to follow, I think, than when we're just talking. Sometimes we do just still talk.
Yeah, we do sometimes talk, but it's easier then for Lucy to edit. So what I do with the research is I'd research it, write it, and then I would look for images and photographs and things that we can put with it that Lucy can insert at that time. So sometimes I try and do that now before we even start filming it. So she's got little graphics and little pictures of interest that, and we can do voiceovers. You know, if it's scripted, I can say when I've written it all out, you know, we'll say voiceover, and we always have a huge sense of relief because we can just pick up the paper and read it, and there'll be some picture on the screen.
Yeah.
Whereas if not, we're trying to memorize it, and Lucy's good at it because obviously she does acting. I am not good at it. So there could be several takes of me trying to get this one sentence right.
It's so funny sometimes because you can see it in my eyes that we've been doing this for a while, this one sentence, and I'm smiling, but I'm just like dead in the eyes. I'm like, oh, please get it right this time.
And then I'm like, oh no, I've done it wrong again. Okay, take 16. And then you just about get it, and Layla will bark or something on the one time that I've got the line right.
Yeah. Mum's done a lot of learning to, you know, do most of the job she does.
At my age, God.
Yeah.
One of the things that I want to commend with your videos, I noticed, I think I already mentioned it in the comments, is the amount of research. Like, I don't even have the patience to do much research in my own videos. So it's like, wow, these ladies like does research, and then they do graphics, there's maps, and there's even photos of the long time whenever you do the memory videos.
Oh yes,
Like,
yeah.
where do they get these pictures? Like, how do they dig it out?
That takes forever. It takes forever. But the research bit, Jessi, you research and you find things from different places, and there'll always be several people who will contradict your research. And you think, oh no, I got that wrong, or oh no, I missed that bit. How did I miss that after all my hours of research? And you're like, no, if somebody has found something that isn't true or that we haven't thought of, and it's like, oh no.
I know. But I think it's good having you, Mum, because you seem to enjoy the research. Whereas I'm a bit like you, Jessi. I don't mind doing it once in a while, but I don't want to do it all the time.
Yeah, I do enjoy that actually, because I find it quite creative, and yeah, I do enjoy that. I know I'm probably just boring, but I do enjoy that. Hello, Layla.
Which content creator or plural, which content creators you enjoy collabing with or want to collab with?
I want to collab with Jessi again.
Really?
Definitely. Yes, we need to do another collab soon. It's been too long. We always say like the collabs are one of our favorite things to do, like getting other people involved on the channel. And, you know, like I think those things do take more work and organization. Oh my gosh, way back, do you remember we did the ones with the VIP kid teachers where we were trying to organize about 12 other YouTube channels to make those 3 videos where they would guess
that was a
words.
Nightmare. Oh,
you know, all these different time zones and all these different people. and then making sure we had it all recorded properly and then editing it together was huge. But even though those videos are some of our older ones, I still think they're some of our best ones. And so I think that's when we really got interested in doing more collaborations, wasn't it? Because we realized how it enhances your channel.
Like at the same time, it's informative, but at the same time, it's also entertaining. I don't know how you do that. I'm usually bored with informative videos, but you just mix them together.
I think like we're the same, or at least I'm definitely the same. Like my attention span sometimes with informative videos is like, what's going on over there, you know, like very easily distracted, but in a way that's helpful when you're trying to make them, because you know what's going to make people turn off. It's like, okay, we need like an interesting graphic here to get them back. And sometimes like I'll show them to my husband, and when he starts to like glance over at his phone or something, I'll know, okay, it's getting boring now. We need to put something interesting in. So in a way, it's helpful as someone who is easily, you know, distracted from those types of things to make those things, because you can make them fun.
What do you think is the most interesting or favorite bit that the audience watches in your channel, and why?
That's an interesting question.
Most interest, you know what I think people find interesting? It's, you know, apart from the research, is like our kind of like relationship and how we interact together. And
I was going to say the same thing. I think people are intrigued with the mother and daughter thing.
Yeah, people always ask us, like, do you argue? Like, are you really how you are on camera together? Like, you know, people want to know things about us and about like how we are together. And that's why I think people like our bloopers, because it's just very us, and it's very like unrehearsed. And I don't know, people like to see our personalities, I guess, and how we interact together and how we are together.
Is there anything else that you want to share that is not YouTube? Like, do you have a website or a social platform, campaigns?
Oh gosh, we do need to get on the old website thing. We've been saying that for a while, but at the minute we're on Facebook and Instagram, and that's it, isn't it, really? Is there anything else we can share that we do?
I know. No, we don't. No, we really must do those things. But, you know, they're the more, to us, more boring or difficult things. So, but we should have a, you know, maybe we were thinking we should have a website and a newsletter and stuff like that. But a blog, yeah. But I don't know, I think we tend to put all our energy and time into the actual making of the videos, which is our real love. And, you know, that's what really takes our time and our interest up. And I just don't know when we would get time. As Lucy said earlier, you know, if we ever get to that wonderful stage where we're doing this full time, little ways to go on that, then yes.
I think the first person we would hire would be like a social media manager and just take it all off our hands.
Yes, we just pass it over. Yeah, that would be wonderful.
That's actually my job.
Oh, is it? Oh, Jessi, do you? Maybe we should employ you.
I work from home because that's what I do.
Oh, I didn't know that. So we're learning so much about each other.
Yeah. So have you also thought about merchandise?
We were going to do t-shirts at one point, weren't we?
Yeah.
But we haven't done that either. Have we had any other thoughts about merchandise?
Not really. I think, you know, we had set our goals on getting to 1,000 subscribers, and I guess once we're monetized, then maybe we will think about those sort of things, like, you know, marketing, and maybe trying to get a deal with what's it called, sponsorship, and Yeah, we really
Yeah.
should get sort of, we're not very good at that side, the financial side, are we? It's all more the
No.
creative side that floats our
Yeah.
boat.
We need like a third Brit girl to kind of.
You want to be an honorary third Brit girl, Jessi?
I'd love that.
You're gonna have a hell of a job writing a blog about this, Jessi.
I know. Got to put the aircon on again. Oh.
Okay, so this last question is, I'm gonna give the floor to you ladies. What is your message to your viewers or readers of the blog?
I would say, you know, there are times when life can get really, really hard for many, many reasons. And we all feel that, and it's, you know, it's all part of life. But what we hope people feel like when they come to our channel is that it's a place where they can have fun, maybe learn something new, maybe try something new, and just enjoy. Because when we started this channel, it was at the beginning of the pandemic, at least here it was, and you know, it was a very uncertain time, and it was never meant to be this, but it kind of turned into almost like an act of rebellion. Like, even through all the uncertainty and the fear and all of that that's going on, we were still able to have fun, we were still able to connect with people, we were still able to make new friends and try new things and have a laugh. So I hope that when you come to our channel, you feel that too.
Perfect.
Yes.
I think she said it all. That is very good, Lucy. I think you've said it all. That's, yeah, a bit of escapism, a bit of fun, but you know, you might learn something too.
Yes.
No.
It's very informative. It's very fun. It's very, I don't know, it's like a mix of, I can relate to you ladies and I can feel your vibe. Like, your videos are always shouting, "We're the Brit Girls." It's like it has that strong vibe to it, and it's also this very strong mother and daughter vibe, which is a theme that I really love.
Oh,
I
thank you.
Okay, 1,000 subscribers. There you go.
What, really?
I subscribed my 1,000 account. Wait, what? I subscribed 5 of my accounts.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Did you really? Is that what?
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's saying 1,000.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing while you were saying your message.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I love you, and you got the member on video. How nice!
Oh, how wonderful to have this moment talking to our #1 fan from your #1 fan.
Oh, thank you. Oh my god, that number looks so good.
I'm excited. Oh my god, all those noughts.
Well, I have many business accounts because I don't know, I work a lot, so I have a lot of accounts. So I just log them in and subscribe.
Oh
So,
my god.
They are legit accounts. They're not bot accounts.
They're not going to all unsubscribe again when we say goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's always
Thank you.
there. I'm wishing to see that number. So there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Now
Oh my
you can do
goodness.
the challenge video.
There we go. We need to come up with a challenge quickly.
I have got one I've thought up for Lucy. It's not an outrageous one, but I have got one I've written for Lucy that I have yet to be filmed. So there is one on its way, but we'll think of some more.
Oh, and we must shout out Paul Perry, who's also challenged us as well.
Oh yes, we have got a Paul Perry challenge.
Gaming. Yes.
Yeah.
So we actually have 2 coming up. They're not crazy eating, challenges, but they will be fun. So
yes, they will be. And I just can't, I'm actually lost for words because I can't think of a better moment
yeah,
to come to this 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
To be here with you, Jessi. You know, you were with us really almost from the start, and thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. It means so much to us, and for everyone out there who's watched a video or subscribed and left a comment, it really, really touches our hearts. Seriously, it's so lovely to get that feedback, and it means a lot to us. It really does.
Yeah.
I'm quite emotional.
It's okay. Actually, the next thing you're supposed to say is to give a speech for your 1,000 subscriber celebration.
Oh my
You read
gosh,
my
we should
mind
have had a
again.
speech ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, still can't believe it.
I know. I think that my cheeks are aching from the grinning I'm doing. I
Oh
could
my
just see this
gosh.
1K number. Look at that 1K.
I think we've said a lot of it, haven't we? I love the idea, Jessi, of having you on our channel as a kind of Share the Love Sunday, but recorded. If we can arrange
Yes.
that at some point in the future, that would be really exciting. And yeah, just looking forward to more challenges, more fun, and yeah, more collaborations with you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, you're so much fun. So, it's just a joy to do. It really is, Jessi, and we're up for whatever. Yeah, let's do that, share the love, and let's do some more stuff together. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever you do, we're gonna support. So yeah, we're just excited to see what happens next, and we're excited for your website.